What about Basques? Basques are known locally. Basques in Idaho have their stereotypes. Even Basque here in San Francisco have a bit different stereotype, usually linked to the job niche, the kind of job we kind of were doing. So this idea of self-herding is quite clear in for instance, in Idaho, in Nevada. Here, there's another, a bit different image, using also gardening. But anyway, these are locally grown and locally known stereotypes. The problem is how to spread them and how to make them recognizable to the whole nation. Well, there are two ways. Trying to be accurate, trying to, for example, Basques. Some cultural elements of the Basque, they spoke their language. So why don't we put the Basques speaking the language? Well, 1953, Titanic. This is the first fiction film ever in which we can hear actual, real Basque language. Let's do that.
Attention, la vedette vient de retourner pour prendre les passagers de troisième classe. Mettez-vous devant la passerelle. Ne courez pas, ne vous poussez pas. Prenez vos billets d'embarquement.
I'm Richard Ward Sturgis. To get me the proper man, I want to arrange passage.
On the Titanic?
Never mind.
I'm sorry, sir. This first trip has been sold out since March.
My congratulations. However, I must be on that ship.
I'd like to help you, sir, but I'm sorry.
Do you recognize the Basques?
Oh, pardon. You are Spanish?
We are Basque.
From one country. We go to California, Oregon perhaps. Start great, make good wine.
You have land there?
We buy little piece.
Well, it needn't be such a little piece. Now, you give me that ticket, and there's enough money here to buy 5 times as much land.
Buono. Non c'è qui facciamo. Quando?
So they have doet wat er is.
Madam, there's nothing to discuss. He can take the next boat and join you in a week or so. One boat's as good as another.
Nahinu ke hola ko sa skula billa. Ocholita.
Chanel bati ke to holako gazavi ke gite.
All right, I can always get someone else. Now, just stop and think. How many years would it take you to buy 100 acres? Now go into one of your tribal huddles and convince your wife.
Buono. Perse normally. Urigasan. Perdu, orcettu kudu.
Eta has holako gaza habe ni barkatuko. Eta taina mari ni hare barkatuko.
Thank you. Mr.
Uskudam.
Yeah. You've done me a great favor.
Well, have you recognized language? It wasn't Basque. Actually, it was Iparralde Basque. It was real Basque, but pronounced by an English speaker. But anyway, it was real Basque. Well, this is an exception. I mean, Basques don't speak Basque. They speak anything. But anyway, look at, at this question. There's another way to making the Basqueness visible, and it's clothing. Here you have easily seen and noticed who was the Basque. That's because they were wearing this chapela, and so not the language. In most of the films, they will speak Spanish, usually with Mexican accent. In a very few films, they will speak French. I don't know what that's because I'm not a French speaker, but they speak French. And just in a couple of films, they are speaking Basque. But there's a period in which, with almost no exception, there was a real stereotype of how a Basque must be presented, what kind of clothes must use to be a real Basque. Anyway, let's try to do something. Try to. Maybe I can find it here. Yes. Well, look at this is a film 1938. It's The Valley of Giants. It's based in a novel by I don't remember the name of the writer that wrote a lot of Western novels. It's about some people living in Northern California. It's about redwood. Well, I know. I've read the script. That's this photo. That's the only thing I've been able to find is this photo taken from the shot. At this moment, some people are coming to the registry of non-property, just making some property claims. And I know that one of them is the Basque. Let's do something now. Let's guess. I will make a poll. Who do you think is the Basque? I will tell you, it's holding a paper in the hand. So there are 4 options. So just we'll we'll vote. So who says that he's the Basque? No. Hands up, please. 1, 2. Only 2. This one, 2. Who votes for him? Hands up, please. Only 1. Only 1. And him? Because of the nose. Maybe this one.
I think it's the lady.
I say the woman.
The woman.
Woman.
Well, do you want to know the answer?
Yes.
Me too. I don't know. And that's the most important point, that we cannot know who is the Basque, like just at watching them. Because they are average, they are mainstream, they are normal, they are like any other one. They have no visual elements to identify them as a different group. Well, in the first films, up to the beginning of the 50s, Basques were normal people. Basque Americans, sorry. Well, I think this is one, but I'm not sure. But there is no way to recognize them, and that's the most important point. Titanic, who's the Basque? It was clear. We will see another film which is quite clear to find. Actually, let me show you. I'm sorry. Yes. Here. We will see this film afterwards, but this is the typical Basque character that we can see in almost all the films, with the only exception of Why Is the Wind I've seen before. So Basques have to wear at least 2 of these elements. So they must have chapela. How do you call this? The vest. Scarf. The guerrico, this is typically Basque. And we like I mean the abarcas, I mean the special. This is a photo taken from the Museum of Basque Folklore in Hondarribia. As you can see, it's almost perfect. Do you remember a chapter of this MacGyver TV series? Yes, that's important because that's the last film or the last movie in which Basques are using this clothing. And I thought that was the first one in which they were terrorists, but it's not it's the only one. But anyway, that was the moment in which, from that moment on, Basques are, again, at least visually, at least looking at the clothes, they are normal. They might wear a chapela, but on the whole, they are quite. Anyway, even today, some remainings of this special can be seen. For instance, let's see, this is 2007. It's a film. It's a very bad film. 2007, Lindsay Lohan and well, but it's a Basque. It's a film that is supposed to be. I mean, the plot is happening in Boise, Idaho. It's a very strange Boise, Idaho. It looks like Southern California, anyways. Boise, Idaho, and there is a Basque. So.
Want the joy, picnic, sit down, music is gay, getting soup for the kids, get a cow, feed the pigs, milk and goat.
I mean, the film is bad enough just to see it.
Hello? Hi. I'm here to tell you that I won't be working here.
Oh, Georgia called me about you. Well, aren't you a pretty little thing? Fern. Oh, I'll just be a moment, dear. If you'll stay with the phone. It's very good, Violet. We don't want any accidents. It confuses the animals. The bathroom was right in here. You know that, Violet.
It's all right. It's
No lifting, is he? I'm telling you, I mean it. You're not a weightlifter. How do you say?
Hearing the Basque language always makes me feel better, especially when I'm in pain.
Well, hear me as your doctor, I'm telling you. No lifting, no feed bags, no hay bales, and no more cows.
I have to lift. I'm Basque.
You're a Basque with a hernia. No lifting, not even your own hat.
Hi, I'm the new office girl.
You heard of Liz, daughter?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Espagui, Arkit Alexeia Saranaida. But you can call me Izzy.
Better.
And you?
I'm Rachel, from California.
Ah, California, the land of fruits and nuts. Signing out.
I mean it. What harm do you lifting?
You know Harlan?
Oh, yes, hardest worker I've ever had. He lifts like a Basque.
You tell Harlan that if he's up for a little danger, then I'd really love a ride.
Okay. I will do that. Nice to meet you, Rachel. Simon.
Slowly.
Slowly.
You are the Antichrist.
So do you know the actor? It's Hector Elizondo. He's actually Basque. I don't remember if his father or his grandfather was actually Basque. He's playing Basque. The name is odd. Iztegia Gitaletxea Sarrain. That means something like dictionary publisher. Sarrain is a Basque name, so something. But anyways, have you noticed that he's normal, but he's got still, for instance, the vest. So there are this kind of reminders. Well, there are lots, but I want to show you them. Well, So the language, physical.